words triggered the psych locks. Again with the psycho locks, now I really must know what they are. So you didn't meet the client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind his evidence. And perhaps I hung up on this lock business. but I'm afraid you lost me. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about psych locks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there. And your conclusion is, the real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Misham. Poppycock! I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Maybe here at my studio, who else could have been? Who else could it have been but me? That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew Studio is Vera Misham. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it? Ridiculous! My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been more one for landscapes, not surrealism. Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I got you now. The only two people with access to the studio are you and your daughter. The psych locks tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility. Ahem. I feel very much on the verge of going psycho lock myself. Okay, fill that back up. Fill out the diary now. I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter, Vera, not I. She's only 12, a genius you might call her. A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently. I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now. Ah, I do, Detective Bitter father replied. So Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then? Actually, the client came once. Here, to this studio. What? Why did you say so sooner? But their face was covered and he did not want to talk to me. So they talked to your daughter. I would speak only with the artist, the client told me. That little girl might know something about him. What's about his daughter then? Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? We should really talk to Vera now. Mr. Mason, I have a request. Let me guess. You have to speak with my daughter. Can I? My daughter has never been out one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy, extremely so, actually. With only one exception. Which was, oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing. It was the first time I've seen anything of the sort. Please, let me speak with her. Alright. Uh-oh, this could be tough. First, let's examine the small desk back there. Ah, going home by any chance? No, I was just checking out the door. Oh, good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. Weird. Okay. Hey, I'm trying to see here. Paints are scattered all around, probably the ones she's currently using. There's something very artistic about the messy room. Not this is anything compared to my office. Guess that would make my office a masterpiece. Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Okay, alright, hold up. A minute. Maybe I'll just settle over here for a closer look. I think we're gonna see what's on this red letter. What's this red envelope? Ah, don't touch that! That's it's quite important. That painter's face just changed hues. Guess I better behave, though it's tempting to just grab it. Let's grab this because this wasn't here before. That's a pretty bottle. Ah, don't touch that, please! I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere so she can see it. She looks at it very often. There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. Let's look at this too, and I guess that'll be it for what we look at. This is awfully a small frame. What's inside it? You stamp? Please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. That stamp belongs to Vera. You see, she's always put it somewhere so she can see it. And look at that. That's Zach and Valen. The Ground-Maries, isn't it? The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year, when the Ground-Maries were at the height of their popularity. Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth. Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV until the end. I see. That sounds quite hard to come by here. I still wonder how she got her hands on it. Now we have a way for Vera to talk to us now. If we actually present this to her, she'll talk. Let me see how much longer I can go here. And then there's this. My stamp. Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Hallelujah, she can talk. Is it? Yeah, so this stamp. How can I keep her talking? Great magicians, aren't they? Isn't the Montgomery amazing? Yes. Oh, I especially like those two, Zach and Valen. I mean, they're just so magical. Aren't they? Aren't they? Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, wow, magic, you know? Phoenix, you are a terrible actor. You are a terrible actor. Me too, I love them, they're so cool. It's like magic. Yeah. Alright, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start. I went and saw them with Father the other day. They opened a ceremony at the Ground-Marie Museum of Magic. The Ground-Marie Museum? They have one of those? I guess it makes sense that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows? Just once when I was little, with Father. The Ground-Marie's on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together, they do it all. Yeah, maybe you could keep telling me stuff like this. You know, about Zach and Valen maybe. Oh, sure. Alright, better get asking before she changes her mind. Okay, now that she's talking. Let's see here, let's talk to her about the Ground-Marie stamp actually, which is 100% safe. They're the best in the world. Huh? Oh, you mean Trump Montgomery? Of course. Father gave it to me. Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it. I guess I just took it. Yeah, took it. Father got a letter from that person. That person? You mean that letter was from the clients? Oh, we talked about the Ground-Maries forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it. There's a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side. Curative stamp updated. Let's talk about the forgeries. So your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things. I really like painting a lot. Father is always very happy when I paint them exactly the same. So you did this too? Oh yes, that was my first job. Your first? All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips and the way the water held the pen and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer. She seems happy. Odd, her work was the last nail in the Ground-Marie's coffin. I guess no one told her. Let's talk to her about herself then. I don't go outside much. I like to paint here. Why don't you like the outside? There's bad people out there. Well, true, but there's lots of good people too. Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once. Kidnapped? Since then she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refused to leave the house. I see. Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. She said she went to Ground-Marie's museum. With you, in fact. Ah, yes, actually, she was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed so much desire to me. That person gave me a good luck charm. A good luck charm? For when I absolutely had to go outside. Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client. Actually, she won't tell me what it is, what it was. Tyler, I told you to keep that a secret from that client, huh? This I have to hear. So you met the person that asked you to do this job, and you talked with them. What's this about a good luck charm you received? I can't talk about it. Eh? If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told. Yeah, but I really have to know. Psych lock. And she has too. Right, time to do some psych unlocking. Now it seems to me, I think we have everything. Yeah, we have everything to unlock this. We're gonna have to end it soon because this particular portion of the game is fairly long in itself. The clients. You seem to trust this client quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp. No, that's not why. They listen to me. It's my problem. The problem that keeps her inside all the time. Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm. A good luck charm? That your client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. This is your good luck charm. If you actually come here without this, you won't be able to unlock the psych locks. Just a heads up.
Take that!
This was what they gave you, wasn't it? Ah! The same bottles over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right? I heard once cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power. Ah, of course it does. I'll just refrain from commenting any more on that one. I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually. The one who asked you to do this job was this client, Klavier Gavin, the only one who even has the bottle. This man is a friend of mine. Know him? His name is Klavier Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually. Well, not anymore. I promised. I promised not to tell. And we broke the psych lock. We just talked about this one last thing and end it off there. I'm sorry, I can't talk about the client. I promised. And if I break my promise, the spell won't work. I don't need a name anymore. I got my answer. You're pretty confident in this charm, then. I think they might be the devil. Huh? Or maybe an angel. What do you mean? I saw it, or I think I saw it, when they gave me this. I saw the devil's face. Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's? No, the client was gentle with a gentle smile. So where did you see this devil then? It was so quick, I don't remember well. But that's when I knew that the person wasn't like other people. That's why I believe in my good luck charm. I'm not sure what this devil she saw was, but it's pretty clear that Klavier Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be leaving now. I am sorry for what happened. If you want to apologize, try my client, Zagramari. Did I do something bad? What makes you think that? Your eyes, they're sad. Very sad. I'll put on my smile next time I come. Promise. I hope to see you smile then too, Vera. Oh, okay. Take care. To get back on my first encounter with the young forager. I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. We're almost done here with 7 years ago. We got one more thing to do, but we'll see that in the next part of Apologists Ace Attorney, the Mason System. Hope you enjoyed it.